Hello everybody, this is Justin2200 and you're watching episode 2 of MumboCraft. We're over here in South Park in front of my house right now, and as you can see there's been some small changes since the last time you guys saw it. Finally got a chance to get down into the mines between episodes and did a little bit of dressing up with some stone slabs and the stone bricks there on the corners. And put a little chests outside the house for player trading because I'm not often actually anywhere near the house. And I'll show you why in this episode. But for right now, let's go over what our objectives are for the day. First of all, there's some things inside the house which you'll see very shortly. We're going to have to do some dressing up, a little bit of decorating, make things look kind of nice because I'm very picky about how things look. And you will learn that about me, but hopefully we'll get everything sorted out today. We'll go back through the towns and show you some of the things that have been going on since the server launched. There has been an amazing amount of work in the last week. And thirdly, we are going to get started on setting up a store in the shopping district. And without any further ado, let's get cracking on it. Alright, here we are inside the house, and not a whole lot's too different on the top floor. Gone through some changes here and there, but as you can see, I've actually buried one chest, and whenever I'm not here I cover that up with dirt just so nobody sees it. But that's my valuable resources chest. I keep everything that I mine in there. This is a junk chest, furnace in the corner. This is a little project chest I set up for doing things. I actually just finished with a product, so that's not for anything in particular. And I've also put myself an anvil over there, and you'll see why in just a moment. So let's go down here. There was nothing down here. This was just a trapdoor. We've done a lot of work. Alright, as you can see, this is my fishing area right here. This is Nim's TV design. If you get a chance to look that up and you would like to build one, I'll put a link to that video in the description. It's very simple, very easy to work with, and amazing results. We get this chest was full of books. I actually ended up giving a lot of them away to other players because they were just taking up space. Working on my storage system here. I don't think it's going to be automated, just for the simple fact that when the gentleman's rule is over, we are planning on building a new base. So there's no sense in putting too much work into this base. We were doing a little bit of villager trading, so I planted me some sugar cane in this room over here to make paper with, and so far it's netted me a decent amount of emeralds. I haven't gone any further than that. Down there is our mine shaft. Nothing really to see down there. It's all really raw. But we'll do a mining session here towards the end of the episode just to get a little bit of resources continued. Got plenty of resources, but you can never have enough. But one of the things that we are going to be working on prettying up today is this room over here. And if you've done any decent amount of redstone work, you might recognize this. This is Tango Tech's synchronized smelting array. And I will put a link to that in the description as well. I actually just built this yesterday on Saturday. So basically all we need to do, all the inner workings are done. I need to test it and make sure that it works, and then I need to put the blocks around it to pretty it up because I don't like the look of the cobblestone. So yeah, and clean up these torches, of course, because I'm honestly not sure why I put all the torches down in the first place. But before we do that, let's go take a look at what everybody else has been up to. Here we are in the nether, right next to the main spawn portal where we came out of before we started doing anything. And you've seen some of this. Some of it has changed quite a bit. They've done a lot of decorating. There's packed ice under here now, so we can move a little bit faster, especially if we were riding in a boat. The north spawn portal, let's just take a look at North Town since it's right here. Alright, North Town is one of those towns that I don't get over to very often, mainly because I'm not one of those guys on the server who trades quite a bit, and that's just honestly because there's not a lot that I need. Some of these other guys, they don't mine as much as I do, so their resources aren't quite as beefy as mine are. But, you know, every good town needs a community mineshaft, and I saw this like 4 days ago. I guess GPW hasn't been building very much, but that's quite okay. Not everybody has time to play Minecraft as much as you and I do. Bumpy Agent 6. That's a name I haven't seen, I think, at all, but there are 400 something patrons, and I may have met only a quarter of those. So there's quite a few people who maybe they're on the opposite side of the world as me, so they don't have times that match up with mine. And this bow is incredible. I'll show it to you in just a second here. If I can hit anything with it. The lag is definitely real on the server right now. Okay, there we go. Anyway, my bow, power 5, punch 1, unbreaking 3, flame, infinity, and mending. And this pickaxe I'll show you as well. Efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, fortune 3, and mending. So basically, whoa, hey little guy, come on, meet my arrow. I wonder if this bow is as good as Exumavoid's bows that he's selling on MumboCraft. I was thinking about trying to get a shop going, doing some stuff like that, but it is really hard to get mending books unless you've got a, you know, like a really good villager that you can trade with on a regular basis. But anyway, as you can see, Northtown is coming together really well. Looks like, not sure exactly what's going on up there, but next time we've got a little bit more time, I'll set an episode aside just to do a world tour once everybody gets a little more settled. Here we are in West Town, and one of the reasons that I want to take a quick peek over here today is I want to showcase something that Little Miss Obvious has done over the past few days that I thought was just incredible. So let's run up here and see if I can find it really quick without spoiling the surprise. So I've only been over here one time, but it's definitely going to be on my list of places to come back to. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. So, Villager Trading Room. If we just press this button here, it'll pop open. I guess that button doesn't do anything. Anyway, come down here and take a look. You know, see we got what appears to be a village set up in this little room because we have an iron golem guarding the villagers. Now, looks like they've done even more work since the last time I've been in here. They've got their villagers set up in a trading stall. And now they even have his trades listed on signs. This is one of the reasons that I set up my sugarcane farm, so I could get the paper, trade with the librarians, which they must have moved. Let's see, where did they go? Yeah, here we go. They moved them downstairs. So we got, last count was 3 librarians. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a 4th one. Oh, and a 5th one. We got 5 librarians down here now. That is awesome. Now these guys are really invaluable because paper is easy to get and it can be traded in for emeralds, which can later be traded in for books. And I suppose we're working on getting someone who's trading mending books down here. But anyway, I'll definitely be checking back in here over the next couple of weeks to see what's going on, trying to get myself some decent trades. Let's close that back up and we'll head over to Southtown. Alright, here we are in South Park, home sweet home. I don't know if you remember the way this looked. Looks like things have been cleaned up a lot, but I don't really come up here very much unless I'm going to the portal. So let's take a run over to my house, and that'll give us a couple of seconds to talk a little bit more about what we want to do today. So I'm thinking for the furnace room, what I want to do is use some polished andesite and maybe some granite. I really like the way those blocks look when they've been polished up. And I've been collecting quite a bit of it, so we should have plenty. I don't think I'm going to have to go down into the mines to gather any resources for building today. It'll just be a general stone, like a diamonds and whatnot gathering expedition towards the end of the episode here, just to beef up the treasure chest a little bit. Need to get some more trees planted in here, but that'll be not in a big hurry to take care of that. So anyway, covered up my treasure chest there. Let's pop some of this junk into here real quick. Oh, got some goody resources in my inventory that I should chuck in there. Go ahead and put those tripwire hooks in, and that should be it. Okay, cover that back up. Oh, I'm running out of junk storage again. Okay, let's go over here to this one. Try to avoid doing this as much as possible because I don't like junk just being all over the place, but sometimes you just can't help it. So let's take a quick look. I think what I'll probably do is make this entire room 4 high, because I want to be able to walk into the room and see that redstone lamp there at the top without having to come too far into the doorway. We might even make it 5 high. Yeah, I think 5 high would be good. So I really love efficiency on a pick. Definitely makes things go a little bit faster. I still haven't got around to making a shovel yet, so dirt and sand and whatnot don't go that quickly, but I don't run into those that often. Sand is one of those resources I haven't collected at all. Apart from making the 8 pieces of glass that are on my house, I haven't used sand at all, really. One more layer to go here. This might be a little bit more work than I thought it was going to be, but that's quite okay. If I have to, I can speed it up. And here we go. Got the ceiling all nice and cleared out, relatively even level. So let's just go ahead and start throwing some blocks in. Start this out with some granite. I know a lot of people don't keep this block around just because of the way it looks, but I kind of like it actually. I don't know if you can hear that. It's actually storming outside right now, so I'm getting a fair amount of thunder. But just keep placing blocks, and then we can decide what we want to do with the walls and the face. Now, here we go. It looks pretty much to be complete. Now it's just time for us to test it and make sure everything's working. So let's run over here really quick, go back upstairs, and get into our treasure chest and get out some coal. It looks like I may need to free up a little bit of space here, so let's just do that. That should be good. Grab a coal block out. And done. I'll actually come back up and add more once the thing is, once I know it's working. Now, see if I can remember which one of these goes to where. I think the items drop into the top of the hopper, Well, okay, how close do I need to be to this thing? Oh, you know what? I forgot. There's a block on top of the chest. And I need to take that block out. Yeah. Thought I did that earlier. When I was building this thing, I tried to make sure there were no blocks on top of the chest. Okay. Fill my hole back in. We'll dump our coal into this chest. Let's see. Put our polished stone back away and come over here, grab some cobble. Cobble is one of the things that we need to smelt out for getting stone to build repeaters and comparators. Now let's see what happens. I haven't actually tested this, so I'm not sure if it's even going to work. I do know it's probably going to take a little while for that hopper line to run all the items in. So we will come back in just a minute. Alright, after a little bit of troubleshooting, I finally got everything working, and yeah, like I said, I mixed these two chests up by accident, and then it wouldn't fire up because it had cobblestone blocks in the spots in the hoppers where the coal needed to be, so I had to go in and take all that stuff out. That's what ended up being the biggest problem. It wasn't a problem with the way I built it. It wasn't a problem with the redstone or anything like that. Just a little bit of user error. I guess I didn't follow the usage instructions closely enough. But anyway, that is all done and ready to go. So let's come over here, grab some cobblestone up. Just chuck it in here and get ready to smelt away. And we can set that and forget about it for right. Well, while the furnaces are going, let's hop down here right quick, because I promised I'd tell you why why I'm always away from my base. Now, this is my personal mine. Did a couple tunnels back here, but okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mine shafts that I have gone out and dug so far. Now, the reason that I'm away from my base so much is because most of these mine shafts are over 600 blocks long. Generally what I do when I go out to mine, I grab a stack of torches and I run all the way down until I run out of torches, and my torches are generally placed 10 blocks apart. And I always mine with 3 blocks in between each shaft. I know a lot of other people mine the same way. That's, in my opinion, one of the best ways to mine. There's some guys who will mine down and then they'll go left and right for 5 blocks to check. This is just a little bit easier for me. Now let's get on down to the business side of the episode today. We are actually, and it's interesting that XE Blockboy is asking about redstone. I'm actually planning on opening a redstone store. And that's one reason that I need the furnace array, because I need stone blocks to make the repeaters and the comparators. And that is basically what we're going to get down on doing. So let's head over to the market district and find a good spot for the store. Here we are at the shopping district. Let's take a quick poke around, because I thought I might have seen a redstone shop around here somewhere, but like I said, it was empty, and empty is not good for business. So if we find one and it's still empty, then well, all I can say is that's a bad way to run business, and I am not going to be afraid to take a little bit of that. Plenty of good shops have popped up since the last time I was over here, so I think I'm gonna have to bring some diamonds over here one day and do some trading. There's not really any organization to this area, but Ender Shop. What is this? This has redstone on it. This is the Redstone Consortancy. So this is not actually a redstone store, it is a redstone consortancy. So it might actually not be a bad idea to build my shop next door to him. Not sure where all this is coming from, but check and make sure nobody has claimed this spot just yet, and we'll get to building. Okay, have determined that nobody had claimed this particular land, so what we're going to do is build us up a nice little 7x7 store, and might possibly expand that in the future depending on how many supplies we have. But for right now, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be really convenient for the guy who runs this store. He can just pop right over here, buy his redstone supplies from me, go back and start working on his commissions. Anyway, now let's go get the stuff that we may need to actually make this look really nice. What I may do actually is make this a little bit wider, because we're allowed to have 20 by 20. But we'll head back over to the house, grab some stuff, and pop on and start making this thing look nice. We have finished the basic outline of the building, and now I believe it's time for us to do some inventory. So let's come right over here, drop a couple of chests, and yeah. It's not even, but whatever. It may not stay this way. Okay, and I think I'm going to put a crafting table right here by the door. That seems like a good place. Oh, well. Okay, let's drop some stuff. Let's put the repeaters in here. And we'll put comparators in here. How much should we charge for this stuff? I hadn't even really thought too much about that. How about 3 diamonds for 16? Everything's got to be the same. I don't like things not looking right. Okay, so 4 diamonds for a stack of 16. There we go. Now, repeaters, comparators, somewhere in here will be some hoppers. And then we'll get around to the dispensers and the droppers, and obviously redstone and torches, and which actually that's what we need to do right now. So where were we at here? We were doing okay, so what I needed to do was make some sticks. Oh, like that. There we go. Now we'll do that. Let's make some more sticks. Never can have too many torches. Right. I hate odd numbers though. I really do. Oh, give. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see if I can remember my shortcuts here. Control right click. Yeah, there we go. Still getting used to the PC controls thing. Alright, there we go. Now we got redstone dust for 64, and these are going to be for stacks of 16. Hold on to those for a minute. And comparators. Good deal. Now let's do some more redstone. Put this in the chest over here. Ideally, we'll get to a certain point we can have our chest full all the time. That way we'll always know exactly how many items we've sold without having to do detailed record keeping. Anyway, for now, I believe that's going to do it. I'm thinking about whether or not I want to have a separate payment chest, but for right now, I think we'll just leave the payment in the chests right over here. Actually, you know what? Let's do some more torches right quick. Just do a few more torches. Okay. Now, oops, wrong shortcut. Control, not shift. Alright, there we go. Let's go with that for right now, and we'll head back over to the house and do a little bit of mining before we close out the episode for today, and hopefully the next time you see the store, it will be fully stocked. That's what we're going to be working on off camera for the week. Alright, let's head back home, do some mining. Here we are. Let's head down into the mine shaft and start on a new tunnel down here and see what we get. Keep in mind I am using a Fortune 3 pickaxe, so I am going to get a significantly larger amount of materials than if I didn't have one. And the pickaxe is also a mending pick, which just makes it even that much more awesome, because it repairs itself while I mine. I never have to get another pickaxe again. Anyway, here we go, and let's see what happens. And we're done. That was a little bit of a shorter mine than usual, so the resources weren't as great as I'm used to, but we still didn't do bad. So let's take a look at what we got. Alright, just right at 2 stacks of lapis, 2.5 stacks almost of coal, which is good, but we've got plenty of coal reserve. We got almost 5 stacks of redstone, which is great. Redstone, I feel, is going to be a commodity that we're going to go through a lot, especially with the store. 5 gold ore, 48 iron ore, and we did manage to get 9 diamonds from one small vein. Fortune 3 pick really comes in handy, and we've almost got our durability all the way back up. So all in all, for the short mining session that it turned out pretty well, and we're going to go ahead and put some of these resources to work, and hopefully the store takes off really well. Anyway guys, thank you so very much for watching. If you're enjoying the video, please hit the like button down there on bottom right hand corner, and if you're really enjoying them, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Gonna try to keep these videos coming to you every single week, at least one per week. Depending on how busy real life is, I may do more than one, or I may do a little many. Who knows? Anyway guys, it's been a real pleasure to record for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.